The legal showdown in Oregon continues over the deployment of National Guard troops after a federal judge blocked President Trump from sending any troops there over the weekend. That ruling comes after Oregon's Attorney General filed a lawsuit last week to prevent the Trump administration from sending troops to the city of Portland. The president is arguing he needs the Guard there to protect federal law enforcement. On the ground there now, a small group of protesters, which has been gathering outside the ICE facility in Portland, along with some counter protesters. 2 people were arrested on Sunday. And Oregon's Democratic Governor Tina Kotek joins us now. Governor Kotek, thank you very much for being with us here. So this is a temporary ruling. The Trump administration is appealing this decision still. If this case does end up going all the way to the Supreme Court, are you confident it would go in your favor?
Well, thank you for having me. The federal judge ruled twice, and it was a clear validation of the facts on the ground. She said that if a president wants to use this authority, it has to be based on an actual need, based on the facts on the ground. And the federal government could not make that argument. And this isn't just about Oregon. This is about any other state in the country that might have a situation where the president believes that he should intervene. In this case, facts on the ground do not warrant it. And now the Trump administration is fighting the ruling from the federal court judge here in Portland and taking it up to the Ninth Circuit. We don't know how that will go, but I would hope that truth will prevail here about the facts on the ground. The rule of law should hold here. This is a tremendous authority by the president to be able to call up the National Guard over the top of governors across the country. It better be based on a real problem. And what the court said, the facts don't justify this. And we hope that will hold true all the way to the Supreme Court.
And Governor, as we had mentioned, President Trump is saying that he needs the National Guard there to restore law and order. There have been a lot of concerns about safety in that city, in particular in Portland. What is your response to the president's comments and those concerns?
Well, I've spoken directly with the president more than a week ago about what the situation in Portland is. This isn't 2020, it's 2025. Our city is back. It is back and revitalizing. We had thousands of people just yesterday in Portland running a marathon for 26 miles across the city. It's not a war zone. Our crime situation has gone down. We are growing, we are developing, and this set of demonstrations that are happening are managed by local law enforcement, as they should be. People have the right to lawfully protest, but if they cross the line, they are being held accountable. If criminal activity occurs, they are being held accountable. This is what free speech looks like, and I believe the federal government can continue to do the work here. The president just doesn't have the right information. Portland is safe, it's a beautiful city, and we know how to lawfully protest in Oregon.
And Governor, you bring up those protesters. We know there's been a small group of protesters outside the ICE facility there in Portland. As this legal fight does gain more national attention, are you concerned those protests could expand and possibly change in tone?
Well, we've had a lot of demonstrations since the start of the Trump administration across the city of Portland, predominantly, almost exclusively, lawful, peaceful protests. The ongoing demonstrations in front of this building, a lot of folks are hanging out, exercising their free speech. Now there are counter demonstrators coming in, and the criminal activity in the last couple of days has been counter protesters having arguments and fights with protesters. And I think that what's happening with the federal agents in the building, what they are doing and how they are approaching the situation is actually escalating it. I would ask them to stand back and focus on de-escalating the situation, because it is not coming from the folks who are demonstrating.
And Governor, last question for you here. You're not alone in this. The president not only pushing your state here, but many others. What do you think is the goal here?
I think the goal of the president is to try to push his authority as far as he possibly can. And this is where the courts, the rule of law, needs to be standing back and saying no to this. And that's what we see from the federal judge who ruled over the weekend. This isn't just about Oregon. And it's not just about blue states. And my message to all governors, Republican and Democrat alike, is that this is a serious threat to democracy in our country when the president believes, on a whim or with misinformation, can deploy troops in our streets. That's wrong. If we want to solve real problems in our country, let's focus on that. This is not that issue. There are not the types of problems the president thinks there are. I need him to get focused on what is really at hand, which is helping people with the cost of living, helping people with housing, good jobs, good schools. That's where we should be focused.
Governor Tina Kotek, thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.